What's up guys, Daniel here. Dylan Gossett just dropped a new song called Stronger Than a Storm off the Twisters movie album. I think that's what it's called, soundtrack. It's in standard tuning with a capo on the 2nd fret and it's really fun to play. If you're a beginner, the intro might be a little challenging. Just play the second half of the chorus. You'll understand what I'm talking about later on in the song. You can replace that portion with those chords. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get started with the intro. First thing you want to do is put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string and your index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. You're going to leave G open. We're going to do a single down strum, but use your middle finger to hammer onto that 2nd fret right after you strum. After that, you're going to do another down strum, but this time you're going to pull off of the 2nd fret of the G string. The sound you're trying to get is this. So again, hammer on and pull off. Now we're going to switch to the next chord, which is C. That's 3rd fret A, 2nd fret D, open G, 1st fret B. We're going to do essentially the same thing, but this time we're going to do the hammer onto the 2nd fret of the D string and pull off. Same way. Down, hammer on, down, pull off. From the beginning. Now from here, you're going to pluck the 3rd fret of the A string, and we're going to slide up to the 5th fret. Then you're going to pluck the 5th fret and slide down to the 3rd fret. After that, we're going to go to an A minor chord, which is open A, 2nd fret D and G, 1st fret B. We're going to do a single down strum, but you want to leave the D and the G string open because we're going to hammer on to the 2nd fret of both of those strings. So it's just going to be a single down strum with that hammer on. So from that slide. And now all together from the beginning, a little bit slower. Regular speed. Now we're going to repeat that entire progression, but we're going to end on a C chord instead of the A minor. So it's played exactly the same way up until the last chord. So now here, instead of going to A minor, we're going to go to C and we're going to start strumming the hell out of the guitar. It's going to go. So the strumming pattern is just down, down, up, and you're going to play it 4 times very quickly. Dylan really likes this strumming pattern. It's going to go. A little bit slower. And I like to do a hammer on that very first down strum when you start that strumming pattern. But it's not necessary. So now let's play the second half of the intro, strumming all the way through that C chord. And now the intro all together. So that's how you play the intro, and we're also going to play that a few times throughout the rest of the song as well. Next up is the verse, and there are 4 parts to learn for this. The first part, we're just going to use a C chord, and then F suspended 2nd chord. We're going to use the same strumming pattern that we just did in the intro, so we're going to continue with down, down, up, for each chord. Now C, we're going to play twice. Down, down, up, down, up, up. Now we're going to switch to the F suspended 2nd. That's just 3rd fret D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B. And we're going to do this one time. Down, down, up, and then you're going to switch back to C for one more strumming pattern. So all together it'll sound like this. Regular speed. Line we're going to use C and G. Now C we're going to strum twice and then G we're going to strum twice. So it'll sound like this. Now regular speed. Now let's play those 2 parts together a little bit slower. Well, you look just like an angel who walks on heaven's floors, and I hear your words deeper than I've ever heard before. And now we're going to switch to the next line. Now the next line we're going to play similarly to the first, but instead of going back to C, we're going to do A minor. So it's going to go C for 2 strumming patterns, F suspended second once, and then A minor once. So all together. And then the last line we're going to play starts with an F suspended second chord that will strum 1 time. Then we're going to go to C 1 time, G, and then back to C. So all together that last line. So now the second half of the verse all together. Your green eyes calling me back home. You look just like an angel who walks on heaven's floors. And now the verse all together. Well, you look just like an angel who walks on heaven's floors, and I hear your words deeper than I've ever heard before. Your green eyes calling me back home. You look just like an angel who walks on heaven's floors. Now after this verse, you're going to play that intro again. Next part up is the chorus, and this one changes the chord progression. So now we're going to start with an F bar chord. That's barring the first fret of all the strings. You got 3rd fret A and D, 2nd fret G. If you can't do bar chords yet, you can do this variation. You lightly touch both E strings so they don't ring out, and then you have ring finger 3rd fret A, pinky 3rd fret D, middle finger 2nd fret G, and index finger 1st fret B. Either way it'll work. So we're going to start with F, and we're going to keep the same strumming pattern we did in the verse. So it's still going to be down, down, up, down, up. And you're going to do it twice for each chord. So F is going to go. Then we're going to switch to A minor and do the same strumming pattern. Then C. And finally G. So all together. Now we're going to repeat the strumming pattern again, but we're going to end on G with a single down strum. So all together it'll sound like this. So hear me out, 'cause I know the wind is something fierce, but I'll be something you can hold now. Do you feel the same? 'Cause I wanna. After this, we're going to switch the strumming pattern entirely. This next strumming pattern could actually take place of that intro, So you'll get what I mean here in a second. It sounds like this. So the strumming pattern is really just down, down, up, and then you switch to the next chord. So we're going to use F to start, and I like to use this variation where you mute the E strings. So you go down, down, up, and then you're going to switch to C. From C, we're going to go to G, and then from G to A minor. So all together, a little bit slower. This throughout this part of the chorus. So the first 3 lines will sound like this. I wanna know if your heart is racing too. Miles a mile a minute, but I'm loving every tune. You give me something that high for me to sing, but we're going to change it up. So it's going to go F, C, and then G. We're not going to do A minor, but we're going to strum G, down, down, up, instead of doing the just down, down, up strum. So it would go, wilder than the wind and stronger than up. And then you get into the next line, which is that intro we played. Storm. So now the chorus all together. So hear me out, 'cause I know the wind is something fierce, probably something you can hold now. Do you feel the same? 'Cause I wanna know if your heart is racing too. Mine's not a bit, but I'm on every tune. You give me something that I've never had before. Gosh, it really makes me wish I could sing. But that's how you play the chorus. Now I just want to show you a couple other embellishments you could add to some of the parts of these songs. You don't have to learn these, you can just play what I've shown you and you got the whole thing down. But the first one happens just before the second chorus. It sounds like this. So it's just that last line. So normally we would end on a C and do that strumming pattern where it goes down, down, up. But this time you're just going to strum C, and then you're going to pluck the high E string, use your pinky to go to the 3rd fret of the B string, and then take it off and do the 1st fret of the B string. So it's just... And then it leads into the next chorus. So again, at the end of that line, and then you get into the chorus. Just a little lick you could add. And the second one I want to show you is also played at the end of that line, but later on in the song. So you're playing that same line, but when you get to that last C chord, you're just going to pick through it. So to go. Now from here, you're going to pluck 3rd fret A, open G, then we're going to go B, G, B, high E, B, G. Into the next chorus, which is just single down strums. So the line all together with that new lick. And that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you want to check out the tabs, they're available on my website for free. Link is in the description. Go ahead and leave a request if you have a song you'd like to learn in the comments below, or you can tag me in a video that you find online. By the way, I have all of Dylan Gossett's other songs tabbed out on my website as well if you want to check those out. I appreciate you guys watching. Just crossed 6,000 subscribers, so thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.